welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, let me show y'all something. I'm in this, I think this is a 2017, 2016. Any of the Dodge Journey with the push to start ignition system like this. Y'all see this? Yes. Guys, this is how you can tell when people have quite a bit of money, okay? Now, take a look at this. Again, this is a 2017, so nothing fancy about it. But, you know, I don't want to belittle how someone feels about their car. I'm getting ready to replace this ignition. It's a keyless ignition node, okay? Push start, some would call it. Skim module, some would call it. Go by a lot of different names. But I'm getting ready to replace it. Now, look why I'm replacing it. Y'all can see that? I want to make sure y'all see that real good. The writing on it is just edging away. Still work, guys. Car still starts. But I guess after pushing it so many times, the writing will slowly leave. Now, here's what I have. Y'all see this? I'll explain this later, why this dash look like this. But this is the new one, okay? Now, it's nothing to run home about as far as replacing it. It pushes in, but it's even harder to get it out. So in other words, it's harder to get it out than it is to simply push it in place. And it go click and it's in place. You see these little lock tabs right here? All of this stuff has to be pushed in order to remove it. That's why I say it's a whole lot easier to just replace it, or a whole lot easier to replace it than it is to remove it. So now, why I got all this panel and stuff out? It's simple, to gain access to this. Either way you can get your arm under there. Again, you're going to have to go up and under and behind it to find a way to push these. So I chose to go this route. I'm not sure how the book wants you to do it. I advise you to go by the book, or, you know, the way you're supposed to do it. I ended up, you got to remove this little cover. Just use your trim stick, guys. Pop that out. This was setting like this. Of course, 2 screws was on this, but what was in front of that was the AC HVAC housing, and it's held on by 2 screws. So, and of course, there was another little panel. Guys, I'm not good with tutorial. I'm no big fan of tutorial. However, I will try my best to explain what I'm doing. So once you remove this cover and this cover, you will gain access to 4 screws that go here and here, and the screws that hold the HVAC module. Okay, I just got them laying to the side now. In fact, I will have to take them off because I have to get behind this thing. For now, I leave it on there. I have to get behind it in order to close in these tabs and push it out. Now, I don't have a tripod, guys, so I want to explain to y'all what I'm doing. You're not going to actually physically see me do it, or visually see me do it, because I have to lay the phone down. But get in there, behind it. They should make some kind of tool that can go over it. Well, it's going to have this connector here, so that's not a good idea. But you got to get in there and find a way to close this to push it out, and then just bloop, push it back in. Hold tight, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got the top 2 tabs pushed in. You see I'm caught right there. So now what you got to do is get in there. Ooh, I can feel it. Got it. All right. Yes. Not that bad at all. Here you are, guys. This is my old keyless entry node. And there's a wire right here. Simply unplug it. There you go. Now I'm gonna have to transfer this silver piece, I'm assuming, because my new one do not have the silver piece. Now, guys, although I've been doing this, I don't know, some decades, this is probably the first one I have replaced as far as the keying. All right, yes, I know how they work, I know how they set up. It's just the first one I replaced. In other words, I'm not sure if you have to program this or not, but we can find out together, guys. I mean, how about that? So I'm just gonna simply plug this in, grab the key, and see if it'll start. If it'll start, there's no programming required. But if it doesn't start, then I'll know I have to program it. I'm thinking you might have to program it, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna find out together. So there you go, it's plugged in. Now let me put my jump box back on this car. I'm not gonna install that all the way, and we're gonna find out if this starts. Stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, here we go. I got battery power on the car. Let's see what happens. Foot on the brake, dash lights on. All right, no programming needed, guys. Okay, I did not have to program. You do not have to program a keying if you just merely now if you have to replace the RFH, radio frequency hub, that module, because there's signal going to that module, yes, you will have to program that. Okay, but as far as this, it looks like you do not have to program it. So let me transfer this silver part onto the new one. Just merely push that back in, and put my panel back on. That should hold me, guys. What y'all think? Look at that. I wonder. I know somebody in the comments gonna ask me, how much did it cost? She's paying all that money just because of this little. Hey man, some people have different values to their ride. All right, I don't question their motive. I just replace the parts that they won't replace. And look, this one, look, you can see the writing real good. But after so many pushing, it's gonna end up like this and not be broke. So actually, guys, I got me a test part. Yeah, remember when I told y'all about hanging on to known good parts? There's nothing wrong with this. It's just ugly. Who cares? If I have a car with a problem that will not start, or for whatever reason, and the diagnostics is leading me to the keying, instead of going through testing and doing all this, everything the book suggests, I can simply go through the motion, unplug it, and plug this in. Yes, guys. And this is small enough to hide somewhere in a toolbox. It's just going to be stored in your memory bank where you put it. I have a drawer dedicated to test parts. All right, I'm no different than any other guy, guys. I do not want to waste time testing. It's not a waste of time to test things, but if you have a way around it, yes, it's a waste of time. When I can simply take a known good one and plug it in and I'm there, I highly suggest you adapt to that strategy, guys. It's going to save you a lot of time. Now, this is all assuming you know how the system work. I know how the system work already. If you don't know how the system work, you need to learn that part first before you go doing shortcuts. I'm totally against shortcuts if you don't understand the basic of how the system works. Okay, I refrain from even showing shortcuts on videos or anything like that, because shortcuts are supposed to be created by oneself. All right, after you do a couple the right way, amongst yourself, you figure out how to make the next job you do exactly like this quicker. So you create a shortcut. That's what I do on cylinder heads and everything else. Now, is a shortcut bad? Because some guys seem to think, I cannot believe you did it that way. I get ridicule on YouTube for doing things I have since dubbed the JT way. And it's nothing more than a shortcut, guys, that I'm not going by the book. Now, when you think the end goal is you get it right and get it fixed and get it gone, that's the end goal, right? How you got there is between you, yourself, and you. Yes, how you got there is irrelevant. Okay, so I try to refrain from showing any shortcuts at all, because there's a lot of Mr. Do-Right mechanics out there. There's a lot of perfect mechanics out there. They don't believe in shortcuts. They believe in spending an hour testing every single circuit. That is the right way you're supposed to do it, JT. Oh my God, I can't believe you did it like that. Welcome to the real world, guys, especially when you're doing this for a living. If you're in training, I'm against this. But if you're doing this for a living, and again, you understand the circuit, do what works best for you. That's my philosophy behind it. Okay, to all you perfect mechanics out there, kudos to you. I'm not there yet. Okay, I'm not sure I'll ever get there. Guys, I'm done. I'm talking too much. All right, we have just replaced the keying. All right, I got to find a perfectly good thumbnail video for this, and I'll upload this later, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.